You know how Christians lie to you all the time by telling you that no matter what version of Christianity you believe in, as long as you believe that Jesus was born of a virgin, died for your sins, and rose again on the third day, then that is all you need to believe. That makes us all family, and we're all going to go to heaven. That's what they'll say politically to be politically correct. But the truth of the matter is, every variation of Christianity believes that they are the only ones who will truly enter the gates of heaven. If you don't believe me, truly dig into their doctrine and listen to what is actually taught. What is actually taught in Christianity is that if a person is truly born again in Jesus, then that person becomes a new creature. And that new creature lives their lives a certain way. That new creature understands God a certain way. You see, the Baptists believe that you have to be fully submerged in order for you to become a new creature, as it says with Paul. If you are not fully submerged, as they would allow you to do in the Methodist or the Catholic Church, then you truly didn't become a new creature. Therefore, you are not a true follower of Jesus. The Seventh-day Adventist, to which this young lady was a part of, I believe it's a young lady, was a part of, expresses that if you do not worship on the Sabbath, not a Sabbath keeper, as the Bible tells you, then you will not enter the assembly. You will not enter the gates of heaven. So all these Christians who worship on a on a Sunday, are actually not Sabbath keeper. Therefore, they will not enter the gates of heaven, because the Sabbath is based on Friday night sundown till Saturday night sundown, which is something that they get from the worshipers of Baal and the worship of Saturn from the Babylonians. So therefore, you have to be a Sabbath holder, plus a bunch of other things. You don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do all these other things, which demonstrates a lifestyle that is purified to God, because when you become a new creature, you do new things. And then all of them will hinge on the verse that says that Jesus will come. Many will do miracles in his name, and many will call his name, but he will not know them. So for all the other denominations who are calling his name, doing miracles in his name, that they will still not know Jesus, simply because they have not worshiped him, understood him in the same functional process to which their particular branch of Christianity worships him and follows him. Catholics truly don't believe Protestants will go to heaven. Protestants truly don't believe Catholics will go to heaven. Calvinists believe that it's already predetermined. Lutherans, they don't think that Methodists will go to heaven, and Methodists don't think that anybody who doesn't follow a particular methodology of worship will actually go to heaven. Now, the layman will say that we're all going, but at the higher levels, and what they're teaching is that if you don't follow their particular brand of Christianity, you cannot enter the gates of heaven. Now, so what does all that mean? All that means is that man created this God, and each generation of man creates their own variation of this God. And as they continue to create their own variation, just as today you have people who are creating variations by trying to say that the Bible is all allegory and it's all symbolic and none of it is actually real, and it's talking about how man is talking about the tree of man and that third eye. No. When you try to relate those things into Christianity, you're creating your own variations of Christianity. So it continues to change because we now are understanding frequency and energy. And with those understanding, everything changes. So as man has changed it throughout the centuries, it becomes fitting to whatever man believes now culture is now. So man created it, and man consistently changes it, and man will continue to change it, which makes it fallible, which makes it a mythology, makes it unreal. So you can have 40,000 variations of Christianity. It just means no one actually knows what they're supposed to be following, because everyone is trying to make it fit into their modern day culture instead of looking at what did those people believe back then. Because Christianity truly is only for the people back in the early 1st and 2nd century. It is not for people today, because in truth, the overwhelming majority of it is unrelatable to our modern day culture and moralities. So they're just man-made, and you cannot have a relationship with a fictitious character. You can only have a relationship with yourself and then those around you and the frequencies and energies around you. Beyond that, there is no relationship with a God that is supposed to be unknowable and undescribable. You can only have it with you. Work on you and you'll save yourself. Y'all have a great day. And remember always, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.